Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. These are Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. It is 4:14 on Thanksgiving, November 22nd, 2023, and unfortunately I have to drop everything I'm doing and do a podcast. This thing has gotten pretty serious. I guess Mr. Perry has again planned my kidnapping and told friends and family, don't report her missing. Okay, let's repeat that. This guy is off his nut. It's different when he does the crime to me. And he seems to still not get that. We don't have any words for that. What do you say to somebody that dumb? Okay, so when we got this was in 2015. This email was sent October 29th, 2015. That is almost 10 years ago. It says Mr. Perry is trying to arrange my false arrest and my son's. And he's been talking with Judge McNamara about what to do to my son. Judge McNamara was in juvenile court, I believe. So we got some great detail here. I sent that to my ex-husband, and they did go ahead and do a false arrest. I was doing something required by law in the state of Oklahoma where I lived and still live. I lived at the time, I live now. And they knew that. They had me charged in Texas, not Oklahoma, and false arrested, just like this says. They did it in January 2016, after this email was sent. While I was in jail, that, by the way, the charges were dismissed. I've been over it and over it and over it and over it. Where's the political vendetta, Mr. Perry? Kidnapping women, trafficking women, being a sick fuck little peeping Tom, stalking women is not part of your legislative duties. And you don't live in Oklahoma, and you don't legislate in Oklahoma. But yet you're always here. So I guess last night they had a long conversation. Mr. Perry wants Cynthia charged with Texas. He was trying to do it again. He needs a smear, and he needs a way to kidnap her where it doesn't really look like kidnapping, because he's trafficked her, and he's pressuring her, and he's going to use taxpayer dollar resources to try to do that. He's been trying to do. We've said it over and over and over and over. Mr. Perry, you are caught. If you're too fucktard to know that you're caught, and that when you're caught, that's when you stop. Not that you would do this anyway. You can't be a dog catcher. You're too stupid. Why aren't you embarrassed? Everyone else is embarrassed by you. Why the fuck aren't you? We don't even know what to say. Why are you not so incredibly embarrassed by the strange-o that you are and the offensive crap you do to people that you're just crawling under a table because everybody else is? Why aren't you? Come on with this delusion stuff of yours. I get this in jail. Fabian was my manager at Jaguars, and my friend sent me a private Facebook message in 2014, and she said, "Are you dating anybody?" And I said, "No, but I really like my manager, Fabian." The next day, the shit hit the fan. He was pissed at me, and we didn't have a fight. And I'm like, okay. So the guys are like, "Oh, brother, Charles butt into that." None of his business at all, but he butt into it. So he's a burden and an imposition everybody's sick and tired of dealing with. The guy has Huntington's disease, and the person who told us that said, "I am so tired of him tormenting Cynthia and trying to ruin her." He didn't want her to know he has Huntington's disease. It causes paranoia, delusion, psychosis, hallucinations, and impaired cognitive reasoning. He can't figure out cause and effect, same and different, before and after. Can't do it. He's got a disease. His mind is blown. His mind is gone. He's not all there. You can't talk to him for more than 2 minutes and you can tell something's wrong with him. Nursing home. Like he needs to be in a fucking nursing home. He's about 10 years past a good time for that. So I go into work and the guy's mad at me and I'm like, the hell happened? So our guys are checking into it and he's like, oh, Charles, butt in. What do you think happened? So a couple days later, I drove to the office. I wasn't working. I just went in and I said, listen, I got to talk to you. And I told him I have a stalker. I know he's called here. He is not to call here. And we had to talk about it. In that conversation, he said, I think that you deserve better than to spend your life being harassed by this guy. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I think you deserve better. So at that moment, we've got two people. Mr. Perry, who's in imposition and a burden. It's all about what he deserves. Or what he thinks. I'm going to take, whether you like it or not. I'm going to rob you. I'm going to rape you. I'm going to sell you and make a profit off of your body against your will and starve you while I do that. Because I can. I'm entitled. I'm a freeloader, welfare kid, entitled. And everybody owes me something. And then you have another guy who's like, I think you deserve better than that. And he's normal. And he's not a weirdo. And he doesn't invade my privacy. And he doesn't butt into things that aren't his business. So if you're me, what would you choose? The weirdo or the nice normal dude? It's not hard. Okay. Let me clarify. Charles Perry's a job for me. I was hired to just get him elected. That's all I was supposed to do. He turned this in to something else completely. Which, it's been hell for me, but I'll come out. I mean, I know how this is about to end. It's about to end soon. It's not going to end like he wants it to. It's interesting. They have meetings. We hear the meetings. We've got them recorded, Mr. Perry, Calvin. She can't stay here. We can't let her stay in Oklahoma. She's catching our crime too much. Her and her team. Tell me that to my face, you pussy bitch. Tell me that to my face. Because y'all all have these meetings behind my back and you sit there and you talk about what you think I'm going to do with my life and it's not up to you. Was it up to you when I got this? Or this? Or that I know you have those kind of conversations? That are bizarre. They're bizarre. You think it's up to you. I mean, this has been so easy, it's not fair because you guys do that. Your heads are, there's not just one of you that's delusional, there's a bunch of you. Delusional whack jobs. We're like, have you seen this? See, we've got 1 million of those now. Because my guy said in 2020, March 2020, you don't invade her privacy. By the way, it's illegal to do that and sick. You're sick and twisted, motherfuckers. Stop. You don't contact her or her family. And she'd better not be broke. Because if that happens, any of that happens, all of which is illegal, I'm going to make sure that I put a stop to it and you're not going to do it again. You're going to wish you hadn't done that. I promise. Watch this. So since that time, we've got about 1 million of those. You have a little meeting. She can't stay in Oklahoma. Who can we get to tell her she has to leave Oklahoma and she can't go to New Mexico? Tell me that to my face, you pathetic bitch pussy. Tell me to my face. You tell me like a man to my face. And stop having meetings about things that are none of your business behind my back. When were you invited to Oklahoma, sir? Oh, yeah, you weren't. Who's helping you? Name one of my guys, quote one of their meetings. Oh, yeah, you can't. We're getting the help you're getting told on. Day after, right, Calvin, who's bald and fat? Right, Bittencourt? Right, Geppetto? Right, Beverly? Right, Mr. Quince-Wheeler? Right, Sonjay? Right? You cost me 1 minute of my privacy, 1 minute of my time. One contact, 1 penny, 1 eyelash, 1 problem. You tell us what happens. It's been this way every day, all day long, for a decade. And about 3 weeks ago, there was a meeting or a phone call where I know exactly who was on the phone call, but I'm not allowed to say. I'm not allowed to divulge that right now. But the guy said, you were upset that she always finds out before because we got this before. It's in October. The false arrest was in January of 2016, a few months later. Okay, you haven't kidnapped me yet. Every day you go, please take her car away, then she'll call me. Flatten her tire, take her tail. When I leave my home, by the way, last night, the guys were like, before you leave, unfucking plug everything you have. Because twice now, when you're gone, when you go to work, they're Bluetoothing your speaker and they're blaring it to try to get you kicked out for a noise complaint. And the manager's having to go in and turn it off. So just unplug it. So I did. And I can tell you that's true. Because I came in one night. This happened twice now. I came in one night and everything was on mute. And I'm like, the hell happened? I usually leave the TV on very quietly, so there's at least some noise, but it's not blaring. It's about the same as it is when I sleep. I sleep with the TV on and it's very quiet so that I can sleep. So when I leave, it's about the same. Okay, this is my habit for years. Now all of a sudden, this week and only this week, it's blaring. And you thought nobody will suspect a thing. So they did ask me about it. They were like, what is going on that the TV was so loud? We had to go in and turn it off. Well, I didn't do that. So where everybody's like, well, how did that happen? All of a sudden, all this time, now it's a problem. What kind of fucktard thinks that is going to work? And nobody will suspect a thing. And you didn't think my guys would look into it to find out what in the hell is he doing if we didn't already know. So they did look into it and they did find it. And they're like, unplug everything. Here's what he's doing. He's trying to get you kicked out for loudness. You're being too loud. So when you leave, unplug everything. So I did. And then that was supposed to be, what was supposed to happen last night is, 1, you're trying to get me fired. 2, you're trying to take my car. And 3, you're trying to get me kicked out all at the same time. It was supposed to happen last night and it didn't. Because I have help. And you don't. Everybody fucking hates your guts, Mr. Perry, because you come to a state where you don't live and you're not invited. And you have butt in to things that are none of your business, and had a hell of a lot of conversations and a hell of a lot of meetings about things that don't concern you. No one's doing a fucking thing to you. You are getting caught doing things to me that are illegal. It is illegal to human traffic women or children. Because you fucked with my school, we found out a whole lot about your Houston compound and the rape of children at that place. Okay, if no one else does something, our guys will, and you're fucked. And you chose that. That's your choice. Because you were told, don't invade Cynthia's privacy, don't contact her or her family, and if she's broke, you're going to have problems you've never had before. You're going to pay, if any of those 3 things, you are going to pay in ways you've not had to pay before. And it's going to cost you everything you own. Watch this. Now, Calvin, once again, say, make sure she don't make no money. Say it one more time, you hillbilly. One more time. But why don't you say it to my face? Say it to my face, you coward. Make sure she don't make no money. Oh, my God. How did she find out? How did she know about that? We have never had that happen. You have had it happen all day, every day, for a decade, Calvin. We know that you're bald and fat, and to the best of my knowledge, I've not met you. That ought to make you shit yourself, and if you weren't stupid, it would. You too, Betancourt. I have your name. And if you weren't stupid, you'd shit yourself, because as far as I know, I've never met you. If I have, gosh, you tell me, because I'm not aware of when I would have met you. You're not my cup of tea. You wouldn't fit into my crowd if you had to. If you had a gun to your head, you don't fit into my crowd. at all. So I don't think I would have had any opportunity to meet you outside of Charles Perry. Okay, so I get this in jail, and this depicts Fabian. Fabian is an unusual name, and it's not his real name, it's his dancer name. His real name is actually a lot more common. So you got to figure math and probabilities. Mr. Perry, aren't you an accountant? Did you forget how to add and subtract and do probabilities and such? Did you? When you got into my school, how much did that really cost you? When you told my ex-husband, don't help her anymore. All she needs is a couple $100. Don't help her anymore. We made her broke. You're not to help her, and let us know if she pressures you. When you told him that, how much did it really cost you, sir? Millions. Mr. Kunstwheeler, you need to do some math too, because you've said that too, from what I understand. If that's not true, please do set the record straight. Let us know if that's good intel or bad intel. You are causing me to starve, sir. What kind of monster? This whole thing opened on human rights violations because what Mr. Perry is doing to women and children is inhumane. And who in the fuck would be so deranged they would want to be a part of that? How much did $60 really cost you? It's about to cost you everything you have. Okay? So, this right here, they got that to me in jail. If they can do that and give me your names, what else can they do? You kidnap me, what are they going to do to you? Fabian's name is much less common than his real name and than Mr. Perry's name. And yet that's the name here, intersecting with the word hope. These two words intersect. They're surrounded by the word boo, indicating the fear Mr. Perry causes and the sadness on the left, on the right here, and that he's a selfish little butt-in. You're not wanted, you're not loved, you're told on and told on and told on and told on. Day after day, it's the same. So what he said is, you don't like her finding out before? No. Okay, well, here's what she said. She said that that's happening because you guys are making people very uncomfortable doing what you're doing to her. And that's all of that is that you did it to her, you'll do it to anybody. And that's kind of a threat to everybody. They don't want to go to get false arrested like she did. They don't want to lose a job. They don't want to lose their car like she has. They don't want to get kicked out of a place that they live like you've done to her repeatedly. So everybody wants y'all gone. Crime tends to make people uncomfortable. And until her guys are intelligent, calculated, strategic, they do their homework. They do their research. They know what they're in. They got a grip on reality. And then they make a plan, and then they have a strategy, and then they're very calculated, and they're very methodical, and they deliver it with excellence every time. And you guys are sloppy and stupid. Her people understand what people want, and you clearly do not. And so it'll happen again tomorrow. And the day after that, it's been 10 years this, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. Because you're not getting it. You are making people uncomfortable. They want you gone. In the midterm congressional polling, crime was second on the list of things people want stopped. Only second to a bad economy. What in the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, it's so easy, it's not even fair. We're gonna kidnap her, don't report her missing. We're gonna throw her on the plane. Tim, the pilot, is gonna turn his transponder off like he does many times when we kidnap someone. And that way nobody knows where we're taking her. Kind of like the other victims, right, Tim? You're in some trouble, dude. The FAA will ground you. Okay, who got that to me? If they got this to me in jail, right up under your nose, that conversation happened a day or two ago. We got that too. So was the little stunt you pulled last weekend, and the weekend before that, and the weekend before that, and when Mr. Consular says, tell me if she pressures you. Tell me if she pressures you. Wow, why didn't you butt out of my business? Are you, the best you can do is be the bitch of a sex weirdo? We have the right to redress? I don't understand, sir, what you're doing. I really don't. None of us do. But if they have the power to get that to me in jail, and then you're talking, if they got that to her in jail, is it possible that they're talking with Michael Neely and Yaron Vandersloot to find out that he lied about killing Ms. Holloway, and that she's really at that compound south of Houston? She's alive and well. What are we going to do if they find out? We know. We know. Are you confirming that intel is good or bad? $60 cost you fuck ton more than $60, I assure you. Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. You fuck off, bitch. It isn't your name on that puzzle, it's his name. Fabian's name. And the probability of that name intersecting with the word hope is a whole lot less than if it were his real name or your name. I asked you not to contact me, so why the fuck are you still bothering me? Huh? Why are you bothering me, sir? Why aren't you as embarrassed as everybody else is by you? You're a fucking weirdo. Nobody invited you to Oklahoma. I moved 2 times to get away from you. What is wrong with you that you can't just go be normal? Yeah. You are not going to make a profit using my body. It's not going to happen. You're not going to sell me. You're not going to deliver. Okay? You could try to come anywhere near me. I shit you not. I will bash your head in. I'm not going to wait to see if you got a chloroform rag or a syringe or a gun. I'll kick the hell out of you. Do you understand? I'll kick the fuck out of you. So if you guys want to come threaten me to my face and all that shit, wear a football helmet. And you better stand about 500 feet away from me. And yell. Whatever it is you got to say, yell it. Because I shit you not, I'll beat the fuck out of you. I don't have a gun. I've never had a gun, Charles. This murder you're trying to frame me for, the striations don't match, we heard. Match what? What gun was found? And in whose possession was it found in? I've never had a gun. I've never shot or fired a firearm. I've never owned a weapon. I have zero interest in that. I'm not against the Second Amendment. If somebody wants to buy a gun legally, I'm fine with it. I don't care. It's their business. But I've never had one, and I don't want one. But I will kick the fuck out of you. Believe me. You want to try it and see? Did you want to try to see? You are not going to get near me because you pose a threat. As of today, you're discussing kidnapping me and telling my family don't report her missing. And it's not the first time. Mr. Perry's caught. He got caught trying to kidnap her twice this week. Okay, here's the thing. The guy's too stupid to be governor. Because if he doesn't know he's caught, we're all talking about it, he's caught. And then when you're caught, that's when you stop. Not that you should do this weirdo shit anyway. None of us are. Then he's not qualified to be dog catcher. So, he's not going to be governor. I'm going to tell you that right now. He's too stupid. By the way, he's got a mental illness. It's a mental illness and a mental impairment. Mental retardation. And I say that in a technical way. Your doctor diagnosed you with it. I didn't. But you pissed people off in your leaks. So we found out. I'm sick of watching him trying to ruin her, and I'm sick of watching him torment her. And he doesn't want her to know he's got Huntington's disease. Make sure she finds out. I'm sick of that bitch doing what he's doing to her. I'm sick of it. The crime makes people uncomfortable. Get a grip on reality. Because until you get a grip on reality, she'll find out again tomorrow. So don't sit there and act like you don't like that. You have to like that. If you didn't like it, you'd stop. This puzzle got to me in jail. It did not get to me outside of jail a week before or a week or month after. It got to me right then, right there. Wouldn't have meant anything to me at all had it gotten to me any other time. And been set up that's awfully specific to me. The word boo, by the way, is a private joke between the officers. One of the officers helping me and myself. It goes way back, way before I met Mr. Perry. And it's none of his business. Right? Okay. So, if they can get that to me in jail, what else can they get to? What else can they do to you? Everybody fucking sick of you. Because I moved here to get away from you and your drama and your problems and your crime. And your crime is heinous. It is depraved. It is demented. It is the sickest shit I've seen. Gosh. They have a compound south of Houston where they kidnapped a bunch of women, and I'm quoting the witness. They kidnapped a bunch of women, got them pregnant, and they have a bunch of kids outside their marriage, outside their real life. This is their pretend life. And they pimp them all out. And those guys will go in and they'll fuck the women, and then they'll fuck each other, and then they'll fuck the kids. It is so awful, the stuff that goes on in that place. I cannot even describe it. Finally, someone's going to shut it down. Finally. And that place smells like the sewer. Because those little kids, those babies, are shitting on the floor because they're being sodomized. And those women are listening to their kids scream while they get raped, and they're sitting in the next room crying, and there's nothing they can do. And if you did that to me and my kid, Mr. Perry, I would slit your throat ear to ear and not think twice about it. Call the cops. I've committed a murder because he raped my kid, and I had to sit and listen, and there was nothing I could do. And that's not gonna happen again, not to anybody. Do you understand the things I've gone through and the sacrifices I've made to put a stop to your crime and everything I've lost? I've lost my entire family. I've lost vehicle after vehicle after vehicle, home after home after home, and everything I own, Mr. Consueler. What have you done to stop the crime and to help victims not hurt anymore? Please tell us, what have you done? How are you not embarrassed? How are you... You perform with excellence or get out. And we have the right to redress. Because the taxpayers pay you to keep people safe. What have you done to keep people safe in this crime? Please tell us. I want to know, because I'm not seeing you do shit. I'm seeing you be a part of the problem, not part of the solution. We get the government that we demand. In our country, it's free. Charles Perry, when you contact me, we always get more. Are you okay with that? You just asked for it again. Because I've asked you, do not contact me. I will never help you. I never have. You fucktard. Stop thinking I'm hitting at something or that I would help you. How come you're not as embarrassed as everybody else is? By you? I'll never help you. You just fucking typed in my other phone. Is it Steve helping you? You are off. You got to be... I will never help you. I will never help you. I will never help you. We want for you to be gone. Shut up and get out of my phone. Until he gets a grip on reality, she'll find out again tomorrow. And that was 3 weeks ago. So, we got this over the last 24 hours. Unplug everything. He's got somebody Bluetoothing your speaker and blaring it to get you kicked out on noise complaint. And then he's going to have you pulled over again and get your car and get you fired, so you're nice and destitute and easier to traffic. So he can make a profit off your body against your will by force. Right, Lucius? Right, Muffin Man? Right, Geppetto? Right, Calvin? Right, Bentoncourt? Name one of my guys and quote one of their meetings. Oh yeah, you can't. So, we're going to kidnap her. Don't report her missing. And then we find out about the long arm statute. He's trying to have her charged in Texas. And the long arm statute applies to jurisdiction. And the guy said, but not here, because her injury, she's got the injuries, not Charles. He doesn't have any injuries. He got his little feelings hurt. Who fucking who will get him a tissue? There's nothing criminal about rejecting a weirdo. There's nothing criminal about that at all. She has the injury to her finances, physical injury. And I'm not going to get into what that is. I've said it. I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not. We're all sick and tired of repeating ourselves for you. You have the money to get yourself a doctor or a nurse or get your attorney to help you remember what we've already said. over and over and over and over. And I'll tell you what, it is getting on everybody's motherfucking last nerve having to say the same thing for you over and over and over. And come on. Write it the fuck down. Write it the hell down. And stop bothering us with that. We're busy. We don't have time for this, Charles. Most people don't have to be told this stuff at all, much less over, and it's just not clicking. Get a fucking nurse to help you. You have the money. And stop bothering people with that. And with your delusion. So, the guy's like, the long-arm statute doesn't apply because this poor girl has a lot of injury, inexplicably, except you can't explain it. And I promise you, listen, when you go around say, oh, she doesn't have money because it's a bad economy. Our guys know exactly to the penny how much you stole from me. So don't say shit like that, because they'll get you on a perjury charge, okay? Is that what you want? You and your accomplices? Pull her over and take her car. She just happened to be able to get around all his... Okay, look at that. How is it possible that I'm able to do that 9 times out of 10? If we let you, then we're going to use it against you. We let you pull me over because you targeted me and you're harassing me for Mr. Perry, then maybe they're going to... I mean, what do you think they're going to do with that? Because they don't let anything happen unless they're going to use it against you. I'm not kidnapped right now. I'm not dead, and you wanted that. I'm not trafficked, and you've wanted that for well over a year. How many years? A couple of years now? If they let you do something, they're going to use it against you. Like a guy who's investigating drugs, right? They're going to let some drug sales go back and forth, are they not? Yeah. Why, though? Did you ask the DEA? Why is it sometimes you let drug sales go on? Well, unless the drug sale happens, there's no crime. Yeah, so some things you got to let happen. Okay, get her a bus pass. Can't we get her to take the yellow brick road? Well, there's no yellow brick road. Listen, no one believes Charles Perry anymore because he's lied so much. You promised me, Mr. Perry, that you would never contact me again right here. And you lied. So now no one believes the words you say. The agreement was, you don't contact me again. Okay? Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her or her family. She's better not be broke. And if she has a problem because you make a problem, I'm going to make 20 for you. I'm going to stomp on that little mushy you-know-what of yours until you wish you didn't have one. Because you've made that your God, and it rules everything you do all day and every way, and all the money you spend. Millions of dollars it cost you when you cost me 60 or 200. And they were like, well, was it worth it? What, did you think it's cute now, Calvin? Calvin and Sanjay set up my DoorDash orders. And we know that. Okay? Don't give her $60. We'd rather pay millions to get her more intel. So don't help her. Let us know if she pressures you. Okay, I'm going to speak to the comments about girls who are heavier than me at my work. I've not said a thing about it because what happens is everybody has a different preference in a strip club. Some guys like older women. Some guys like the heavier women. Some guys like the thinner women. Some guys like younger women. Everybody has a thing. It's fantasy. That's what a strip club is. It's just one big fantasy. Everything's a lie. We all lie. Everybody lies. It's a strip club. So we always think it's funny when you send your people in and they actually think they're going to get the truth out of me. Sometimes I want to slap them because they're stupid. You're asking me this question and you are actually expecting me to tell you the truth? You fucking whack job, really? First of all, based on the questions you're asking me, these are not questions customers ask. So if you're asking me, Charles sent you in here, and that's stalking, and you're a dum-dum for doing it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right now shut you down, because I have everything I need right now. Do you want a VIP? No? Bye. Yeah, not how you do a sting-up, dum-dum. Okay, so when when some of those girls started calling me that old bitch, I didn't say anything about it. My guys got mad. Wow. fatso. Call her old bitch again. Do it one more time, I dare you. Okay? That's their take. Why don't you treat other people like you want to be treated? And if you don't want us all calling you fatso, then fucking stop calling her old bitch. And appreciate the fact that some guys like older women, some guys like younger women, some guys like thinner girls, some guys like bigger girls like you. Maybe keep that in mind and don't make a fool of yourself again. Period. That's all I have to say about that. Okay? Second of all, we're independent contractors. We don't have to give anybody our phone number. We don't have to talk with anybody. We don't want to. And if we take our time on our day off to talk to somebody, and we can ask for money, and we should be able to get it without a fight. Mr. Consueler and Mr. Perry, it's not your business. It's part of the way that it works. Now, it might be more that way in a bigger town than Tulsa. But frankly, if Tulsa girls aren't doing that and have the reasonable expectation, if I need money, you're going to help me with it, because I don't have to talk to you. I barely know you. I don't have to talk to you outside of work. And if I'm gracious enough to do that and I need a little bit of money, I expect you to help me. If we're talking because we're friends and I need a little bit of money, I expect you to be a friend and help me. And it's not Mr. Consueler's business, and it's not Mr. Perry's business, is it? Did we ask them? No, we didn't. So why are they butting in? The long arm statute doesn't apply because the injuries are all in Oklahoma, where Cynthia moved twice to get away from Charles. She's in Oklahoma. The injuries are in Oklahoma. And by the way, he's always in Oklahoma. So no one's in Texas. Texas law doesn't apply at all. You can't use the long arm statute when everyone's in Oklahoma, not Texas. Mr. Perry's been asked to go home to his family and leave everybody in Oklahoma the fuck alone, and he refused. So surely he understands he's purposely availed himself to the laws of Oklahoma, and he's rejected Texas. He refuses to go home to his family in Texas. He refuses to leave Oklahoma, where he doesn't live and wasn't invited, doesn't need to be. And so why would Texas long arm statute apply to everybody in Oklahoma? The injuries are in Oklahoma. The events that cause the injuries are in Oklahoma. The people who planned the injuries that caused the loss are all in Oklahoma. There's nothing in Texas. Yeah. You tell us who's harassing who.
Stalking me, please. I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
I left Lubbock in 2013 and went to the Dallas area, and Mr. Perry came and bothered me there. Butt into Fabian. Butt into that. Butt into my work. Butt into my dating. None of his business at all. No one asked him what he thought. He just butt in. And came up here and introduced himself to my family, and I guess the guy said he's all but moved in with her family. 4 years I haven't spoken to my family. And he said that she's got a natural aversion to work and a natural aversion to her family. Because guess what? The stalker, Creepy Chucky's there. Yeah, I can call you what I think you are. In my opinion, you're Creepy Chucky. In my opinion, you're a fucktard. In my opinion, you're a pussy and a coward. Because it's not macho to pick on a woman, is it? No, it is not. Then I left Texas and came to Oklahoma to be with my family and to get away from you. Now they're pointing out he's interfered with her relationships with her family so that he can kidnap her, and they won't report her missing. Okay, well, we're saying it now, okay? What are my guys going to do to you if you try to do that? You don't know who you're dealing with even. Okay? Who's being harassed? Mr. Consueler. Do you know how much it costs Mr. Perry when he takes $60 from me? Or $200 from me? You need to do your homework. Do your research, because we do, to the penny. It's a lot more than 60. It's a lot more than 200.
Oh, you talked to me for 2 minutes? No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, see you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
Leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again. I don't ever want to hear your voice, you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute.
It's not macho for 20 men to sit around and try to make one woman fail. It's pussy. It's coward. It's pathetic.
It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone.
All you want.
I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone.
If she doesn't like you, move on. Like everybody else can do. Or you're a fail. You just fail.
This is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't care. Depp guy's been raping me.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes.
First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just
You're not wanted. No one's in love with you. You repulse everybody. Move on. Go home to your family and fuck the hell off me. I don't like you. No one does. We get the help. You get told on.
talking to them is disgusting, dude.
Depp guy's been raping me.
Leave me alone. This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm?
Every time you contact me, we always get more intel because you're pissing us off.
Want to see the
Scratches?
pictures? You want?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't give a fuck. You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Do you like it when someone takes pictures of you and invades your privacy and finds out everything you're doing? Huh? Then don't do it to me. She's asking him that and he totally doesn't get it. I'm gonna go get the pictures of you. I'm gonna get the please take her car away. People are like, God, that guy's a whiny little nag. Why can't he just go be normal? Leave everybody in Oklahoma alone. Nobody wants him here. I wasn't invited here. And I'm busy. Why isn't he?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
Scratches?
pictures?
I got scratches.
I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Monkey, hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're
I
gonna
don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay. You're
You
gonna
can bring
Is
the
that
whole
a
fucking
threat?
army. I don't give a fuck.
This make you feel?
Huh?
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you
Is that
feel?
the one that put all those
Still here. Come to watch TV?
It's on. Playing a lot of stories about you. They can't get enough.
What the hell is she doing?
She's telling us where she is.
You pull her out now.
I can't. Her HT's off. Let's go back. You have a line of sight?
Negative. No visual.
I can picture you sitting here, relaxing at night.
You're thinking about me.
You remind me of someone. My father. My daddy. He was a sheriff.
Sheriff. You must have adored him.
You bet I did. He died before I left home for good. Now he used to take me for root beer floats. I'm a soda jerk who made them. He was not a kind man. I wonder why I chose to be around kids.
That's why I chose to be around kids.
Maybe. Hadn't thought of that. There was this one time we found this neighbor boy crying because of the soda jerk's meanness. If there's one thing my daddy couldn't stand, it was someone who picked on folks weaker than them. I told the boy to come inside with us.
Couldn't stand folks who picked on people who were weaker than them. So, how many men sit around all day and do nothing but try to figure out how to make one woman fail? Mr. Perry's, we got a house in Houston for you. We got a different kind of education for you. I'm sure you do. And I said, no. Act like a man and move on. My answer's no. My answer's been no for a decade. What planet do you fucking live on, Looney Tune?
And when my daddy, Sharon, walked into that store, soda jerk cowered. He got small.
How did that make you feel? Seeing the power your daddy had.
It was intoxicating. No, I didn't have that word at the time. How does it feel when your people, your women, give themselves over to you?
Feels intoxicating. You don't understand your daddy. I've dedicated my life to helping my girls. It makes me feel, like your daddy felt, I guess.
You're not getting it. You're the soda jerk.
Wait, no. Cheers.
Other men remind me of my daddy, Sheriff Rowan. He has that kind of walk, that kind of power. And he'll use it to hurt you, to punish you.
You can't hurt me. Ain't nothing without me.
He's the lawman. He has the walk.
Beats me, Johns. I pay him. He's my bitch.
Best you can do in your career in law enforcement is be the bitch of a sex weirdo. This guy's doing the same thing. He's got women locked in a basement and he's pimping them out. And he got caught as soon as Clarice gets involved. It's different when you do the crime to me. Why is that? That's not a secret hint. There's nobody named Clarice involved in this, sir. Call around and ask. You always think there's some secret hint. You're full of baloney. It is outrageous the crap you tell yourself.
Come on, look. Everyone says that Rowan is the big dog. The locals say it, how Magistrate Cotton says it.
Because Rowan needs to believe that. I let him believe that. All the nitwits down in government, Jefferson Cotton, Gary.
Gary, wait, which one's he?
The whole damn courthouse, girl. I'm the big dog. They're mine. You don't talk when I am talking.
She did it. She got every crook in the courthouse.
I want to...
Yep. There's that, Mr. Kunzweiler. People don't like corruption. They don't like it, sir. You're either part of the problem or you're part of the solution. Which one are you? You tell us. We don't want to lie. Is the intel good or bad? Yep. We have the right to redress. We get the government we ask for. It's a free country. We have the right to vote differently. We have the right to talk about the problems. And I'll tell you one thing. Nothing gets fixed when we are all too scared. So why are people scared to say, this guy's corrupt, and until you get rid of him, everything's going to keep being corrupt? And you're going to keep having crime, and you keep having the good guys put up, locked away, and the bad guys are going to run the police department and the DA's office. Do you like that? Don't complain about it. The only way you can fix it is you call it out. Call it like it is. That guy's, you got a corrupt town, you got a lot of crime, because that guy run it, it's corrupt. You don't like that? Vote him out. Just like that, that's how that works. We live in that kind of country. You can't be a pussy about it, you got to call it out, or nothing's going to change. We all live in Iraq. So, we've decided the answer to that is not this time. I said that in 2016. I get that you've gotten away with this all your life. Not this time. Watch this. And since that time, Mr. Perry, dum-dum, we quote you every day. We quote you every day. You are not to contact me. You are not to invade my privacy, and I better not be broke. When he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We can't get anything done. You know why? She always finds out beforehand. They're going to kidnap her, and they told her family, don't report her missing. Caught. You're caught, fucktard. You're caught. Do you not know what that means? If he doesn't know he's caught, and that when you're caught, that's when you stop, not that you would do this shit anyway. He can't be governor. He can't even be dog catcher. Guy needs to be in a fucking nursing home. He's got a mental illness. It will not get better. It will get worse. You can see it. He's getting worse by the day. That guy is the dumbest brick. Bus pass. Go way back. 2021. We can't let her stay in Oklahoma. She's making us all uncomfortable. We can't get away with our criminal activity. Bunch of fucking hillbillies. Yep, look at that. We can't let her make no money. We got tired of being asked to pull her over. I got other shit to do. I got real crimes to solve. I'm not going to harass that woman for them. That was Lucky Miller right there. Who else has said that? Another guy said, this is the chick that lost her butt trying to help a cop. Michael Neely. And help Lucky's family get the benefits of having Lucky died in the line of duty, not in a drunken brawl. You piece of shit. You killed a cop. You thought you were going to get away with it. What did I say in 2016? Not this time. Watch this. Right? We're trying to frame her for a murder, but the striations don't match. From what gun? We really tried hard to get her to a storage unit. But she never went because she found out before. We can't get anything done because when Charles contacts her, invades her privacy, and takes her money and causes problems for her, these guys helping her cause 20 problems for him. They get up his detective microscope up his ass. Like he's never had it before. You pay in ways you've not had to pay before. And he's not even arrested you yet. Yeah. We tried hard to get her back to Good Deal to talk to Mo, because Mo messed everything up. So we wrote a new script for him that he's to read off to her. when she goes back. Right, Calvin? We need to take her taillights out. So when I leave my house, I have to fucking unplug everything and check my taillights and my headlights and the oil. They flat out drained all the oil out of my car one time. Check the tires because they'll vandalize my car. Yeah. Get her pulled over. Can you pull her up? Call Broken Arrow. Call Jinx and pull her over. Please take her car away. What a whiny nag. I'm sick of taking his phone calls. What a whiny little nag. Everybody gets rejected. Everybody else just moves on. What's wrong with you that you can't? What kind of fucking fail are you that you can't? You're a failure. You're inept. Everybody else just moves on. Next. That didn't work out. Next. Not you. You fail. You're pathetic. Nothing more pathetic than a bitch who can't move on. You're not bait either, by the way. We got a house in Houston. And a new kind of education. I'll bet you do. It's nothing I want. I have money coming. They can't pay me right now because you guys are in my bank account. You watch everything that happens in my bank account. So when you're in jail and you can't do that anymore, then they can pay me. And I won't have to lie and I won't have to suck anybody's dick I don't want to suck. And unfortunately, I'm sorry to be vulgar, that's what sex trafficking is. A woman's being raped and a pimp is making money from it. That's what human trafficking is. They got caught when they did it to me. Like never before in their lives. Gonna take her car away. The last highlighted sentence. It's not legit, but I'm gonna have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And you said that in 2019, and there's not a day that goes by that you or David Robertson don't call somebody up, being whiny little nags, getting on everybody's last nerve. Please take her car away. Then she'll be trafficked and lie. Will I? You sure about that? What will the guys that got me that, what will they do? What will they do to you? Yeah. They're not TPD and they're not Kunzweiler. They don't put up with shit like that. They just don't. They're not going to be they can do better in their careers in law enforcement than be the bitch of a sex weirdo. Okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Kunzweiler can't. That's disappointing. It's disappointing TPD can't do any better than that either. That's their family legacy forever. You can't undo that. You build it one day at a time. This right here. 1/4/2016. My murder and a false arrest isn't going to vindicate him. It's going to prove he's doing exactly what we say. Bus pass. Get her a bus pass. Take everything she has and get her a bus pass. There's the McNamara email. Was it up to you that we got these? Mr. Perry, this is Judge Kirkendall. Was it up to you when we got this? I need you to leave her alone so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. Looks to me like you're doing exactly what she says. Yep, that ruling's there. All of this right here, Mr. Perry, we got it, and it wasn't up to you, was it? No, it was not. It wasn't up to Bentcore either, was it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't up to Calvin. It wasn't up to Mr. Kunzweiler. It wasn't up to any of you. It wasn't up to Lucius. It wasn't up to the Muffin Man. No, it wasn't. You cause a problem for me, they're going to cause 20 for you. It's been that way for 10 years. You don't like it that she finds out before? You're upset about that? Yeah. Okay, well, she said that what you're doing to her is upsetting people and offending them. Crime tends to do that. So what I'm going to tell you is, until you get a grip on reality, it'll be that way. She'll find out tomorrow. And the day after that. That was 3 weeks ago. You don't have a grip on reality. Don't contact her. Don't invade her privacy. And she better not be broke. And if you make her broke and then she has to ask for help and the guy says no, you're fucked. Watch this. Because she's not supposed to have to ask for help. She can make her own money. Why don't you get your hands out of her wallet? Who the hell steals from a woman? It doesn't make you macho. It makes you a pussy. Was it up to you when we got that? Or that? Or that? Or that? Or that? Or that? No, it wasn't. She can't live in Oklahoma. She's making us uncomfortable catching our crime. Was it? It's not up to you. What planet are you on? What kind of what do you bullshit yourselves with? Telling, with what we're going to do to all this. With all this intel, Charles. What do you tell yourselves in your bullshit land? Every time you contact me, we get more. She cannot stay in Oklahoma. Well, we know you said that, so you think it's up to you? You were told to leave me alone, weren't you? When you fucked with my school, that's when people started talking about the compound. And the guy said, will you talk about that? You're dead. But you need to wrap this up. This is all, this is ridiculous. Here's the thing. Some of us see her as our Katniss. We're sick of the oppression. We're sick of the fear. She's the hope. She's what brought y'all here. To end it once and for all. We don't want him to ruin her. So that pissed us off, so we're going to talk. Here's what's going on at that compound south of Houston. You need to know. Natalie Holloway's there, by the way. She doesn't go by Natalie now. What if we do an extraction, Charles? Then what are you going to do? How are you going to explain that? She can't prove it. I don't have to prove it. You do. I don't have to prove you're doing what we say. You have to prove you're not. The burden of proof is on you. The Texas long-arm statute doesn't apply to people in Oklahoma. Charles is in Oklahoma. He won't leave. Nobody invited him here. He's the guy at the party that you don't want at the party because he makes everything fun unfun. And everything's a problem and everything's a thing and everything's an ordeal. And you try as hard as you can not to let him know there even is a party. And he finds out anyway because he's a nosy body butt-in, pathetic. And then he shows up at the party and ruins it. He's that guy. Yep. You want my ID. We can't get our driver's license. We've been trying to get our computer and our driver's license. But she found out. We can't get anything done. She keeps finding out. I do. What are they going to do to you, Charles? If you continue to fuck with me. You're seeing things you've not seen before, hillbilly. How did she find out? How did she know? Don't invade her privacy. Don't contact her, and she's not to be broken. You'll pay for it in ways you have never had to before. And you're not in jail yet. So it's not up to you. When I got that puzzle in jail, it wasn't up to you, was it? No, it wasn't. So there's all of that. These right here. These are subject lines to the emails where I typed up a recording of you, specifically detailing what crime you were going to commit against me next. There's a million of them or so that you know of. So that $60 cost you a hell of a lot more than $60. And if you can't add and subtract and do valuations like that, Mr. Kunstwheeler, David, Charles, Lucius, Muffin Man, whoever, that's why things are like they are. It's so easy, it's not even fair. They do their homework, and Mr. Perry does not. He's lazy and stupid. So until he gets a grip on reality, she'll find out again tomorrow. It's been that way for 10 years. Yep. Okay, well, I would say that people are uncomfortable with the crime, and they want it stopped. And her people are stopping it, so she's getting the help, and they're getting told on. So that excerpt that I just showed you from the TV show Clarice is on CBS Paramount. It is Season 1, Episode 2. We got names, When You Fuck With Me. We got Jacob now sitting outside the club running customers off. Right? Tell that customer that buys from her all the time not to. We need her broke. She can't make sure she can't make no money. Cost you a whole lot more, Mr. Perry, than you even know right now. But you do what you do, and you can live with your choices, right? Charles, when you contact me, you get caught. When you contact me, I hate it. You give me the creeps. You gave me the heebie-jeebies. We're getting the help, sir, not you. You're getting told on. Because you give everybody the creeps. You make everybody sick at their stomach. You're a demented, deranged piece of shit, and your crimes are heinous, and everybody wants it stopped today. How many days has he said, she's not going to take your bribe of your house in Houston, your little dungeon you got over there? You come over here and make it sound like it's some big mansion. It's this life of luxury. It is a fucking dungeon. It is not bait. It is a deterrent. So are you, by the way. And so, what we said is no to the bribe. I said no to the bribe. And no to the threats. Stop with the threats and bribes. Give back what you took and get the hell out of her life, or we're going to do it for you through the legal process. You don't get to use her body for your imaginary love life. Because there's nothing in her head that is in yours. Nothing. It doesn't go both ways. You're alone in your bullshit land. Completely alone in that. You and your deviant men's club can sit around and tell yourselves whatever you want. We're showing you what we can do. And you've not seen the half of it yet. You're not in jail yet, are you? No, when you're in jail, then we'll see if it's cute then. All this crap you put me through. Now is it cute, Calvin? When you take $60 or $200 and then tell people, we making her broke. We gonna make her make sure she don't have no money. And then when she asks for help, you tell her no. Let us know if she pressures you. Hillbilly. And then when you're sitting in jail, Charles, we get the help, you get told on. Until you get a grip on reality, that is not going to change. When you're in jail, I'll come see you and I'll go, is it cute now? Now is it funny? Now do you think you're a macho man? Trying to beat down a woman? My answer to you is no. Always has been, always will be. You're pressuring me. And I fucking, listen, my personality is, when I say no, that's my decision, and you pressure me, I'll kick your teeth out. Just like that. You need to fuck off and leave me alone. So every time we got more of what you just said, that's me metaphorically kicking your teeth out. And that's the guys metaphorically stomping on that you know what of your mushy little you know what till you wish you didn't have one. It rules your life. That is your God. Sex perverts. He goes, I'm not going to do business with sex perverts because they can't control themselves and they make bad business decisions. I bet they don't know how much it cost them when they took her $60 or her $200. Nope. Here's the amount right here. Our guy knows to the penny. This is how much it cost him. He goes, wow. That's an easy organization to take over because they're just stupid. Yep, we thought so. There's that. Please take her car away. What a whiny little nag. She can't stay in Oklahoma. She's making us uncomfortable catching our crime. Well, there's a lot of people that are glad we're here, actually, as it turns out. And you know what? I moved here to have no more drama, no more problems. You picked the fight, not me. Nobody's bothering you. You're getting caught when you bother me. Dum-dum. It's not hard. It's easy, cause and effect, same, different, before and after. Okay? We say it one time, Charles. My guys will not call you back. I said, don't contact her, don't invade her privacy, and she'd better not be broke. All that's illegal. Respect her and respect the law, or I'm going to fuck you up like you've not been fucked up before. That's what I do. I'm a cop. I fuck up criminals. That's what I do. I love doing it too, by the way. That gives me a high I can't even describe. Fucking up a criminal. A little pathetic like Charles. So, when we tell him, don't invade her privacy, don't contact her, and she'd better not be broke, get your hands out of her wallet. I'm going to say it once. And then I'm going to get I'm going to run intel ops, and I'm going to gather evidence. I'm going to use it to put him in jail. He can bullshit himself all he wants. That's what I'm going to do with it. And I'm going to say that once. And I'm not going to waste my time repeating myself for him. Not going to do it. So nobody calls you back, right? No. They're not going to call Mr. Kunzweiler back and risk something getting back to you that doesn't need to get back to you. And they're not going to call TPD. Our guys are like, listen, Cynthia has lost her butt fighting major crimes with us. And she didn't ask for that. So the little meter maid bullshit It's not setting well with us. It's not. They do what they do. But they need to understand that it's not setting well with us, and they're not going to get a phone call back just like that. We're busy. Why aren't they? We're busy stopping major crimes. Major, demented, depraved, sick, twisted crimes. Why aren't they? When they quit being meter maids and get the criminal, then we'll talk to them. Until then, not going to happen. Not going to happen. They don't fit in with our crowd. So we got all that. Nobody's done that before, have they? What did I say in 2016? I know you've gotten away with this crap all your life. Not this time. Not this time.
Yes. So you equate life and death with a fucking award show? How about I pay you? What? Pay you? Who pay me? Get out of my sight. Because you know what I should do is knock your fucking teeth out.
Yeah, well, then I have to call the police and tell them about that, don't I, Detective?
Oh, and do you trust that they would come here and that they would do their job for you?
That's a lot of injury you did not have. I was hit. I did not hit the other car. And now you want to take out the tires and take out the taillights and have it towed. Duly noted for the record, sir, that you've expressed that intent. To pressure and force me to do something I don't want to do. And guess what? This whole community is sick of that kind of shit. They were sick of it before I got here. She's our Katniss, so we don't want him to ruin her and her education. Now we're pissed. So guess what else you need to know about? There's a compound south of Houston where women were kidnapped and they're raped, and then they had kids and now they're raping the kids. And it smells like the sewer because those kids are shitting all over the floor from being sodomized. I'm sick of watching what he's doing to her. So make sure she finds out he's got Huntington's disease. He's a certified diagnosed whack job. Yeah, I'm not pulling her over. Isn't he diagnosed mentally ill? Yep. Okay, well, he's making bad decisions, and I'm not putting my name on his bad decision. I'm a police officer. I will not pull her over. Find a stupid one. I'm not that guy. Find a stupid one. He wants me to pull her over. I think I'll have to go to the bathroom when she blows by here. Well, how would I know? How would he know when I'm blowing by there, Mr. Perry? But for hacking me and peeping. You're a voyeur. You're sick. You're twisted. It's rape. It's not hot. It's not sexy. You disgust everybody. We're getting the help you're getting told on. Got it? Don't fuck up. Don't fucking forget that. You seem to forget that. No one understands why you forget that. You see this, Mr. Kunzweiler? We demand better from you. We demand it. We can. We're the public you serve. Power's in service, not being the bitch of a sex weirdo. So you choose. Are you going to be part of the problem or part of the solution? That's up to you. Which one is it going to be? I think people are aggravated with you, is what I think. I said not this time. Watch this in 2016. What part of that was hard for you to understand, Mr. Perry?
I know this is hard, but I need to ask you some questions about what happened.
He tied my hands. He said if I screamed, he'd kill me.
No signs of forced entry, Doors and windows were locked, no DNA. Not a single neighbor saw or heard a thing.
He brought a blindfold, but nothing to tie her with. Would a shoelace even hold her?
You think Marie made up the attack?
I'm pretty positive that it happened.
Pretty positive or positive?
They just kept asking me the same question. How come your story doesn't add up? I wanted to go home.
I don't have a victim here. It's bogus. She made it up.
We're on the scene of a violent attack. Police say a masked assailant broke in while the victim was sleeping.
He said you need to be more protective of yourself.
Black mask, bindings, early morning attacks.
I think he's done this before.
Aurora, 18 months ago, intruder.
If he's done it before, Mr. Consueler, and he does it again, that's on you. Okay, our guys are running a need to know. You got crime in your own jurisdiction and you're not needing to be covert about anything. So, how many victims are you going to have to apologize to because you let this go on in your state and you did nothing and someone else got hurt? Do you know? Can you not just keep people safe and do your job, Mr. Consueler? Yeah, I guess you can't. So how many more victims will there be since they've done this before?
Black mask, backpack, tied her out, took photos. To date, has not been caught. You see the pattern. There's a rape, new evidence, new leads, and then one by one, they dry up until he hits again. This one, we're figuring out on our own. What if he knows stations don't talk to each other, as long as he only hits once in each town? You could have detectives from 8 different departments investigating 8 identical rapes with no clue. They're all chasing the same guy.
Victims are all over the map. Old, young, different races. So he doesn't have a type.
Sure he does, women who live alone. This guy is out there, preying on the most vulnerable women he can find. Where is the outrage? This is not something people get over. This is something they carry with them forever.
Even with people that you can trust, if the truth is inconvenient, they don't believe it.